Hello. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you wherever you are in the world. Wow, we are in a new year. First of all, welcome to my channel, The Possibility TV. So I created this channel to share tips, empowering tips, and so that I could equip women to overcome their fears, overcome the thought of not being good enough, so that they can move to take action to achieve their goals and their dreams as well. So anything you hear or you see on this channel is to equip you as a woman to achieve your dreams and to unlock your potential. So you are welcome. Now this is the first series in the new year, and I have titled this series How to Get the Best Out of the New Year. Almost every new year I do series, and you could look on the channel, you see some series in January that I talk about having the best or making the best out of the new year. It's very important that we make the best out of every new year, because you know why? Every new year is a fresh start, is an opportunity for you and I to start all over again, to rewrite the mistakes that we did in the previous year, and to also take up new steps to achieve our goals and our dreams. And I'm always excited when I do this here, because I want you to get the best out of this new year 2024. Before I proceed, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. If you know about me, well done. But if this is your first time of watching me on this YouTube channel, just let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kaale, and I'm the author of I Kiss My Job Goodbye: How I Went from Joblessness to Owning a Successful Business and Living a Fulfilled Life. That is my first book. I have 3 other books that I partner with global authors across the world to publish. And guess what? My 5th book is in the oven. Just stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on all my social media handles, Kaale, and you get to know more about my 5th book, which is a very powerful, empowering book that will take women from where they are to where they want to be. I'm excited to bring this book out very soon by the grace of God. And so how did I get here? In 2016, I was called into a meeting, and little did I know that that meeting was the end of my banking career. I was part of 200 people who were laid off from the bank in 2016. And I remember when I stepped out of the meeting room and I shut the door behind me, there were so many questions going through my mind. Have you ever encountered a situation where it was like a crossroad? You didn't know where to go, left or if you should go right, and ahead of you didn't look well. You can't even look behind and say you want to go back again. That is exactly where I found myself in 2016. And the question that was ringing so loud in my mind was, Grace, what is next for you? I came out, and after going through an intensive period of mourning, depression, and feeling that I was no good enough. That was why I was laid off. I had an encounter that showed me that I am worth it and there's something good in me. And I started a journey of discovering that good thing in me and how I can transition from a laid off employee to become someone better, and especially to become my dreams. Because my life has been, as a young girl, I was so much I determined to go to university so I could become somebody. And so when I was able to complete the university, it was a big dream for me. Big dream achieved. And getting a job, a good paying job, was something that I didn't want to let go. And it was like I've reached the peak of achieving my dreams. And losing it wasn't a joke either. It was so painful. And so I decided to start an entrepreneur journey when I lost my job. Who does that? It was scary, it was confusing. But one thing, as I said earlier on, that helped me was the way I discovered who I am, what I have in me. And there were so many past examples that show that Grace is an achiever. She's determined, and whatever I set my mind on, by God's grace, I will be able to do it. And that helped me. And I said, I want to start my entrepreneurial journey. I started with some few businesses, and one of them really brought me into the career that am in now. That was network marketing. I just wanted to talk to people, to enroll people in my business, and also make some money. But I later realized that anywhere I go to speak, people are so inspired by my story of how I lost my job and started a business. And so they joined my team, and that helped me to become one of the successful leaders in my home country, Ghana. And then I also noticed that women especially, started asking me how I can help them develop the courage, the confidence, and the clarity to step into entrepreneurship, even whilst they are working or if they want to resign. And that brought me into coaching, and also brought me into speaking. And I decided to finally write a book on my story a year and a half after I noticed that my story has impacted a lot of people. And I said, no, people should know that. Let me put this as a blueprint and as a document for people to know that losing a job is not the end of your life. It's the beginning of a dream that you have always had, and this should guide you as to how to step into that dream and to achieve it. So that's how come I came with my first. So that's something about me. Visit my website www.gracekwashi.com to know more about me, about my coaching programs, about my books, and how I can work with you as a coach, and all the other coaching that I do. Just visit my website www.gracekwashi.com. So today, on our first series, how to get the best out of a new year, I'm going to talk about most of the things I'm going to share here. They are practical things. These are things that I have gathered, lessons that I've learned for the past 7 years when I lost my job. When I started my entrepreneurial journey, there was one thing that I did for myself that made me successful. I was always setting targets, and I was always achieving my targets, even exceeding it. And so most of the things, when I came into authorship, into speaking, and into coaching, some of the things that I do every new year, and how I set my goals, and I'm able to stay on course consistently to achieve the result that I have now. That is what I'm going to share with you, and I know that is going to help you. So get your pen, get your book ready, and let's take down some notes. I don't intend to talk for long because this is 4-week series, and if we don't finish today, I'm going to do the part 2 next week, the following week, till we get the best out of this series, so that we can make 2024 one of our best years by the help of God. So let's move on. So the first thing I want to talk about today is that start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. And what do I mean by that? Before we start a new year, before you enter a new year, you should be able to have a picture of the kind of life that you want your life to be by December 31st, 2024. You've not heard this before, I know. So you say you are setting goals and all that. Now, when you are setting goals, the goals that you want to achieve is a picture of the things that you want to accomplish in the year 2024, which is showing you the end, or what you want to achieve by the end of the year. That's by 31st December 2024. You should be able to, when I am teaching people how to set goals, one of the things that we do, we also write down our experiences for 2024. So what do you want to experience? Start with the end in mind. That end in mind, there is no way that your end in mind will be something that is negative. By all means, everybody have hope, have dreams. We are high-spirited when we enter a new year. And sometimes when we are writing our goals and our dreams for a new year, we are so excited that we paint a positive picture. And you should always have that end of what you want in 2024. You should always have it in mind. So start with the end in mind. What do you want your life to be in 2024 in every area of your life? And now, I don't want you to play small on this. I don't want you to joke on this. you have to really think big and have a bigger positive picture in your career, your marriage, your spiritual life, your business, the money you want to earn by December 31st December 2024. You should know that amount and write it down. These things, when I do them, they empower me to go through the year, to persevere, to push, to be consistent. And sometimes you will face roadblocks, you will face challenges, and most of the time what keeps me going, I have people who ask me some of these questions. What is that? You are consistent in what you are doing. It's because I always have the end in mind. I have a picture. This is my vision board, as you can see. I have a picture of where I want to be, what I want to do. I've written them so clearly, and so that empowers me and energizes me to get to the end of the finishing line. To get to the end of the finishing line. Paul says something. He said, one thing that I do is to forget about the past, and to press on to the reason why I am here. Press on to the finishing line. So you have to have your finishing line in view of you. So if by December 31st you want to be in a new home, you should have a picture of that new home. You should have if you want to drive a new car, you should have a picture of that new car. The amount of money that you want to earn, you should have the amount of money written down. Now, in the next series, I'm going to share how you can now plan, you can now prepare, and you can also take inspired action to achieve what you have written down as the end in mind. The end in mind puts you in a position that you start thinking about how to make that dream a reality. You start praying for people, to God to bring you people, dream helpers, destiny helpers, to help you achieve that goal that you have put at the end of your mind, And so most of the time, don't write your dreams or your goals looking at your current situation. That's what people do most of the time. A goal is not a goal if you know that you can achieve it. A dream is not a dream if you know that you have the resources to achieve it. A vision is not a vision if it's your vision and not God's vision for your life, and you just look at your current situation to write your goals and write your no, you have made a big mistake. If you are watching me right now and you set your goals based on your current situation, based on where you are now, the salary you are earning, the income you are getting now, then go back and change it. Your dream should be bigger than you. Your dream should be bigger than your current situation. This is what I mean, having the end in mind. Your goals should be bigger. It should be something that is so difficult. It's something that is like it's so far for you to get. Now, this having the end in mind is going to stretch you. It's going to also not just stretch you, but also bring the best out of you. I've set goals that I was nowhere near them, in terms of money, in terms of, especially this year, I've put down coaching programs. Some of them I've already paid a deposit. I don't have the full amount of the coaching program yet. It's in dollars. I don't even have it yet. But I've paid deposit and I've signed on now. But I have the end in mind that I am going to finish that program. I'm going there. I'm going to finish that program and I'm going to be a certified coach, and I've done it. It's already there. Now, when you do that, you bring the best out of you. Now, some of you start thinking, what else can I do to raise income so that I can achieve this? Who do I need to talk to? What I'm trying to say, the end in mind, when you put the end in, it makes you think. It doesn't make you sleep. You start thinking, you start praying. You need help. God, help me to achieve this goal. When you write a goal that you can do it on your own, you won't pray. You won't ask for help because you can achieve it on your own. So who else do you need? But if you set that big picture and you keep your mind on it, you keep your thoughts on it, I'm telling you, before you realize, you have stretched yourself and you have developed new skills and potential that you didn't know that exist to help you achieve your goals and your dream. Let me know if this was valuable to you. Put in the comment section in the YouTube channel when you are watching, because I need to know if this helped you, and let me know which of the steps you are going to implement. In the following series, we are going to talk about how to plan, how to prepare, and how to proceed to take inspired action in the year 2024 so that you can get the best out of it. Make sure you subscribe, you click on notification, you share this link with any woman that you know that needs to hear this, to empower themselves, to make sure that they get the best out of 2024. I don't intend to talk too much, but I've gone past 15 minutes. So we'll end here, and make sure you join me next week. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.